We got this question from this beautiful soul who has not seen her person in the physical. They've been communicating via phone, texting, emailing, all of that stuff. And she wants to know if communicating for a year this way without having the physical contact with their person, is it okay to do stuff intimately via this route? Or should she hold boundaries since this is not something she would do with anybody else? And here's one quote from her question. I am tired of accepting little breadcrumbs that he is giving me when I know that is not what I want. And I thought when I was in separation, I would not be sexual with him until he is actually physically in my space and until I am well balanced and balance every other scenario, texting, calling, meeting, dates, kissing. But the journey has turned out entirely different for me. Everything I thought I would set boundaries on, I failed to keep those. I feel like I'm stuck and looping in that desire energy. What are your thoughts? And can one send videos and photos of themselves without making it about their person?
So what I would say is it doesn't matter if your person is physically with you on the phone, on the internet. This connection is energetic, right? So two people who hear each other on the phone, there is still, right, as a TF, there's still this addictive energy that gets heightened. There is still this soul connection that's indescribable, right? And so the mind is judging how your person is coming in. Well, my person's only coming in via text messages, and this is how we're communicating. And the mind is judging how you should have more. And so what I want to say to you, love, is this connection is based on soul. Whether you see each other in person or on the phone, seeing your person in person, if you can't handle the phone, you're going to have a really hard time handling them in person, because it's going to be the same addictive energy that gets heightened on the phone or in person. And so whatever circumstance you have is what your soul chose and said you were ready to balance. And so this is a circumstance you're in. Some people, they might see their person and all they do is be intimate in person, but it's still that circumstance. Some people could have just be friends with their person and that's their circumstance. And that might be a big trigger for some people. Some people might just be passing by and seeing their person in a workplace or seeing their person at a gym or at living near each other. Every single person's situation, circumstance is what their soul chose would allow them to have the highest expansion of their soul. So this is expansion of your soul in this now moment. If you cannot handle the text messages and handle the interactions via phone, then I would say choose you and hold boundaries. And I totally understand where you're coming from. It's very, very hard to set boundaries with your person, but your person does not know the energetic dynamics that are in play. So you are the one that has to be responsible of your energy. Now you can do whatever you want, my love. You can interact however way you want with your person, really, for real, all of you, if your energy is balanced. But that's a you thing, right? There's a specific reason why when we created the balancing program, the intimacy part is all the way later, because we wanted you to see how there are multiple ways that you still have to balance your energy. And so if you are interacting via text, via phone, via voice messaging, those are what you're balancing. And so your soul is going to bring you circumstances and situations that require more balancing of your energy. If you decided to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, but you judged yourself during that afterwards and continue to still be in mind and have preferences, because what I'm hearing from you is, this is what I'm giving him and I'm not getting anything in return. I'm getting a little bit of him. I want all of it. And we are in this place where we are whole, right? We're so whole. And so why does it matter if you see your person in person or in the phone or in text? To the mind, because they're you. They are literally you. You are your soul. The more and more you become whole and complete as the soul that you are, the less and less you will have those desires for your person where you need the validation of the physical person to be in the physical. There is this physical need for the physical. And so when it is having these interactions via text or phone, it's judging, well, I want more. I want more. And the mind's never going to have enough. Even in a physical relating experience, there's going to be another more. Well, I want to have kids with you. I want to get married. I want you to be with me every Friday nights for dinner, right? I want you to live in with me. There's always something more. And your soul is bringing you this very now moment. This now moment. And you could choose. This is something that I want to balance and be present in. And your person will never pull, which I'm sure you've experienced. Your person will always be in your space if you are present and are able to balance your energy. It's the spikes in between. It's the judgment in between. It's keeping you away from this present moment. So there is no right or wrong way to balance your energy, love. I would say gauge your energy. I interacted with my person in the beginning while I was balancing in ways where I was very, very conscious of my energy. And so a text and even intimate conversations or pictures and things like that, how's your energy? How is your energy? That is my number one question to you. Because someone who is very confident in their sexuality, confident in with their person, and don't really care about their interactions, but not so much to where they have expectations and preferences, can balance it without any problems because they don't care. And someone else could be completely different and be very triggered and have boundaries and expectations within themselves that will keep them from being present with their person. And it's okay to say no. Don't judge yourself if you didn't say no, but say no if you really truly believe that this is something you would never do with anyone else, because otherwise you would be people pleasing and you would be overdosing on the addictive energy. So in the beginning, when we were interacting, I had to choose me. I had to say no. I had to set boundaries for me. And there are moments I can dance with my person a little bit longer. I could stay with him a little bit longer, right? And it doesn't matter what that looks like, whether it's in the physical, right? Physically dancing together, or we're dancing on the phone, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's physically together or on the phone or writing, is still going to be based on what you're doing with your energy. Because you can leak, right? That can be a leak where you just allow the energy place where you overdose. And that's what your job is, love. Your job is to gauge your energy. Your job is to balance your energy. There is no right or wrong way to balance you. You have to gauge you. Because a picture, right? When I send pictures to my person, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Whether the picture is like just for him or it's a picture where I'm taking a selfie and I'm posting it, I don't care. And in that energy, I don't need anything. I'm not waiting for a response. I don't need him to validate me. And if you don't feel comfortable with what you did before, then definitely set boundaries and let him know, hey, this is not something that I would do with anyone. I choose me. And don't worry about his response. That's what boundaries are. Boundaries are for you, not for your person. It's when you start worrying about what he's saying, thinking, doing, feeling, where the boundaries are being made with the thoughts of them, which is push. Boundaries have to be for you and boundaries for your energy. What do you think, Lab?
I think that when we say this journey is a journey of self, this question right here and the answer typifies that in every single way. So what you're saying, Joanne, is absolutely correct. What one person may consider, okay, I'm sending photos to this person and I wouldn't do this for anybody else, it might not bother it might not bother another person. So when you ask, what would we specifically do? You're actually now saying, what would you do in this situation? And what we are saying is, you can't go off of what we would do because they're not our triggers. And we really want you guys to all listen to your inner guidance, because our journey, this is a journey of ascension of soul, ascension of self. And what one person has to release and work through is irrelevant to another person, and so on and so forth. So what you may consider needing a boundary in terms of intimacy, sexuality, desire, might not do anything. It might not activate even one iota of addictive energy or energy spikes for another. But let's say another person, they get activated merely by sending a text message, just a simple text message. It ignites whatever within them. And that might not do anything for you. That's why you're gauging your own energy with every single situation, because this is a journey of self. How do I release the stuff that is holding me back from being the truest, authentic version of me, the one that can be at peace and in acceptance of all that I am at all times, the one that can look at what I've done without judgment, because that's what this is. So when I hear this question, there's a lot of judgment, self-judgment, and there's also a lot of preferences. You said in this question, how can I accept the little breadcrumbs they're giving me? Listen to that. How can I accept the little breadcrumbs they're giving me? I'm sorry to tell you, my love, but in this journey, we can't ever want or need anything from them. So when you're saying what they're giving me is not enough, it shows you right there you're in mind and you have expectations of what they're able to do for you. You have to be able to surrender that. You have to be able to let that go if you want a thriving twin flame co-relating experience. This is not a soulmate connection. And I know you know that. I'm just here to remind you that your verbiage indicated that your intention was on gaining something from them externally, that you need to learn in this connection how to feel within. And so as long as you're in this place of it's unbalanced, I want more from them than they're able to give me, then you're still in mind, my love, and you still have preferences and expectations towards them, and they're never going to be able to give you fully what you actually want because you're in push mode and you're not in magnetized mode. So I really want you to reread the question you sent over and spot all the mind within it and work on releasing that and work on surrendering the things that you are still left in that place of desire with your person. There is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. There is no duality in life. So as long as the mind is still seeing things you're doing and judging it, good, bad, there's still areas for you to release within. This is a you journey. If you're doing something that bothers you and you're not at peace with, then it has become a leak for you, because every time you're doing it, you're now in resentment mode instead of in a place of pure acceptance and pure peace. And that's what this journey in co-relating with our person is. All interactions are from this place of acceptance and peace. It's not from pleasing. It's not from people pleasing. So if there's something within you that's still people pleasing and you're resenting, you're going straight into mind, and you're never going to be fully satisfied in this place of relating with your person in a place of peace.
This is us teaching you how to listen, engage your energy, and balance you. So when you ask, what about you guys? What would you do? How are you going to? Because it's almost asking Elizabeth at telling me, hey, would you block your person on Twitter? I'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah, she would say, I don't care. I don't care at all.
Right? Or somebody ask us, like, hey, would you pass by this gas station? Well, okay, cool. It's just a gas station. So you have to really go within and really find why it is a trigger for you, or what it is within you that feels a certain way. And those are what you set your boundaries on. Elizabeth has her own, I have my own, and we all do based on what we feel resonates for us. We want you all to learn how to gauge your energy. This is how you balance your energy. This is how you listen to your intuition. This is something we've never done before. As a child, we grew up to stuff things down, to not listen to ourselves.
And to
So
make sure that
listen.
everyone else was happy, to make sure that we were pleasing everybody else,
Yes.
because we learned very quickly, this makes mommy happy, this makes daddy happy, ooh,
Yes.
this makes mommy sad, this makes daddy sad, and I'm going to conform in all of my actions and all the things that I say in order to make sure that I'm making other people happy.
And you don't ever get to ask you, what makes me happy? Do I even like this? Do I find joy in this? If you spend every moment choosing you, finding your joy, you will be so magnetic to not only your person, but everyone else, instead of trying to figure out everyone else, instead of trying to conform into what the mind really, really, really thinks your person wants and really thinks it wants, because the mind is the mind. So how do we know what's best for us? Through mind, right? Because mind says, well, this is how it should be, because this is what conditional love is, and this is all I've learned when I grew up, versus what feels right for you, right? What feels right for you? What resonates for you? What brings you joy? What is fun for you? And that's what your person is. Your person is your soul. Your soul is freedom. Your soul is joy. Your soul is bliss. And this is why so many beautiful souls interact with their person in ways that they've never, ever done before, where it's like, oh my gosh, guys, this is something I've never done before. This is something I've never even considered before. And with my person, I forget all the rules that I give myself since I was a child. And so you become liberated from fears, really. And the mind comes back in and it judges like things that it didn't even know that it was going to be so liberating. So what I'm asking you, love, is listen to yourself. And it's okay if it doesn't feel comfortable. And that's when you say no for you. Don't worry about what other people think, including your person, and choose you. Listen to you. There's a reason why you feel a certain way, and go deep within that. And just make sure there is joy in that, in all you do, versus fear, right? Versus judgment, versus society standards. Those are the biggest things that a lot of people will look at is, well, this is what we're doing, and what are you doing for me in exchange? Because that's what I saw and I heard. I'm doing this for you, yet you haven't came to see me, right? And so there's certain expectations and preferences that you're having towards your person versus choosing you and pleasing you and making sure you're at peace. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.